Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. Today's guest is one of the best new up-and-coming pros in the IFBB Pro League, all the way from Brazil. Talking to me today from Las Vegas, Nevada. Please welcome Rafael Brandao. Hey, Rafael.
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good?
Doing well. Very, very good to talk to you. I don't think I've ever had you on this show. I know Giles Thomas has had you on MD Global a couple times. But,
Yeah.
And your English is so
it's
good
getting
now.
better. Yeah, it's getting better, I still study English. And
I interviewed you at the Arnold in 2019, and you barely spoke any English, and now you're doing great.
in 2019, I didn't speak English. Just hi, hello, how are you? I'm Rafael, but now we can talk.
Oh, that's great, because my Portuguese is none. I speak like 2 words. Bom dia and obrigado.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But I want to start with the Arnold Classic this year because you were on the list, and I was thinking, wow, this guy's going to compete because he just did 2 shows right after the Olympia, but now he's going to jump right into the Arnold. But I think it was about 5 weeks out, you said you weren't going to do it. And I don't remember if you ever told everybody why. Why did you choose not to do the Columbus Arnold this year?
Yeah, I decided to pull out because I wasn't feeling ready to, to fight to the title this year. Yeah. So I don't want to step on stage again on the Arnold Classic Columbus and, to be out of top 3, top 4, top 5. Yeah. So I had competing 2 shows in last year. So I didn't have, able time to make improvements. So I decided to pull out and go just to Arnold Classic Brazil. And I'm doing Arnold Classic. I don't need it to do Arnold Classic Brazil, but I'm doing Arnold Classic Brazil because, it's my country, my people, I want to compete there to get the energy, and it's amazing for me. And I'll have time to to do off season after that and do prep to Olympia,
Yeah. Now also the Arnold Brazil, 2 years ago, you almost won that. You got 2nd place.
Yes, I got 2nd place. Romorel got the 1st place, and 2020, I was 6 weeks out. I was training with Flex, and the show was canceled. Because of COVID, but okay.
Yeah, terrible year. But when you took 2nd to 1, I mean, that's your country and you're like a superstar there. So I know you really want that title. Is that title very, very important to you, Arnold Classic Brazil champion?
Yeah, it's very important for me, because, I started bodybuilding in 2014, and I was going to watch the Arnold Classic Brazil, and the always who won the show was guys coming from other countries, Yeah. So I want to take this title to Brazil.
Who won the year you went? Was it Steve Kuklo?
I think Stevie Kuklo. I think Kai Green won.
Yeah.
Lucas Osladil.
Right.
Some guys.
Yeah.
Juan Morel.
Yeah, but now we need Rafael Brandao to win.
Yeah. I'm worked for this,
Yeah. Well, let's back up. You just had your first pro win at the Romania Muscle Fest last November. You've been for a young guy, you've done a lot of shows. How did it feel to finally be that last guy up there with the #1 spot and the hand up in the air?
It was one of my best feeling in bodybuilding, because I was working hard since 2017 when I stepped on stage and did my pro debut in San Marino. Yeah. And I placed the 7th or 8th, I don't know, I can't remember. And since that, I keep doing my job, keep working, keep put some size, and finally last year I had my first win, so I was feeling amazing,
Yeah. Now, how old were you when you turned pro? 22, 23?
23. I was 23 years old. Yes, and I did my pro debut when I was 24. I went to Arnold Classic Columbus in 2019. I was 25 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think people forget how young you are. You're still, because you've been around a few years now, but you're just 28 years old.
Yeah, 28 now.
Yeah. You know, we talk about that muscle maturity, and you're definitely getting a lot more of that. Have you seen your physique change and get more detailed and mature over the last few years?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think now you start to get more maturity, more details. I think from there to like 35, 36, you'll be
Oh, yeah.
great change for me,
Yeah. And you put on, how much size have you put on since San Marino? Because I remember back then people were saying maybe he should go to classic physique, because I don't think you were that much heavier than the limit back then, but now you definitely are.
In 2017, I think I went to San Marino. I was 220, 2000, no, 220, 220, 215, and 250, I think.
Wow.
And last year in Romania Pro, I was 245.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
because I mean,
good.
yeah, and you have such a
No,
classic shape too at that weight.
Not 252, sorry,
252.
252.
Yeah.
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 So
Hmm.
yeah, it's good weight. But I think when I step on stage with 26, 265, I'll be in my best, because I need to put some muscles,
Yeah.
but it take time,
Of course, yeah, and you've been doing it. So, yeah, what'd you say you were 220 when you did San Marino? 230?
Maybe 215 to 220,
Oh wow!
something. Yeah,
So you put on
220.
30 pounds of muscle since then.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, and you kept your small waist too. That's important. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
how did you do that? Because most guys 30 pounds later, their waist is starting to look like this. How have you kept your waist so small?
Well, I like to train vacuum, and I like to keep my abs contract, and I don't like to do like big off season, stay with my bed like. So I think my maximum weight was 289.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
off season 289, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was with my waist was good, not too bad.
Hmm.
But I like to keep my waist, because this is my game. I'm playing my game. I know I have to put size on,
Yeah.
but I want to put size on the right place,
Yeah.
So I don't want to waste to get my waist like this. So
Right. Yeah, 'cause that wouldn't be good for anybody. But someone like you who's known for the shape and the small waist, they expect you to always keep that as you get bigger and bigger. And you've been doing a really good job of doing that. I want to talk to you about Las Vegas and Flex Lewis and Dragon's Lair, because you've been out there a lot. I see you in so many videos and Instagram posts. First of all, how do you know Flex Lewis? When did you guys first meet?
well, I met Flex Lewis 2018, first time I was competing in Canada, Toronto Pro,
Oh yeah.
and he was there, and when I was on stage, he made some history on Instagram and tagged me on this history, and he said the future. And then when I see this, I was, oh, Flex
Yeah.
Lewis. I come to my wife, hey, look this, Flex Lewis just tagged me on his history, and then he said the future. So then we start talking, and in 2019, after Arnold Classic Brazil, he texts me on Instagram, hey, come to train here in Boca Raton, Dragon's Lair. And I said, really?
Hmm.
I said, yes, come here. I said, well, I'll go. So I think 3 weeks later, I was there training with him. And then we start getting, friendly, and he's different guy, he's different guy.
And
So
you actually train with him, not just at his gym. You're like,
yeah,
you're his training partner when you're there, right?
yeah, we train together.
Yeah.
So I learn every day. I learn something from Flex, and It's very good because Flex know everything that I have to do to be Mr. Olympia one day. So when I am with him, he teach me all day. You have to do this. You have to do this. Make this in your mind. You know, keep this in your mind. Keep this out of your mind. So it's I just have to say thanks God for this opportunity.
Yeah. So, Flex obviously saw that potential in you. He's taking you on as a training partner. It seems like you make better gains when you're there. Like every time you go to Dragon's Lair, I'm watching you on your Instagram stories. As the weeks get by, you look bigger and thicker and rounder. Is he like a better training partner? Is it a better gym? What is it about training with him at Dragon's Lair, especially the new place, that really it's the best possible scenario for you?
I think it's the water from Dragon's Lair.
Special water.
No, when I am here, I'm just do bodybuilding. So I wake up, do my cardio, do my meals, go to the gym, train with Flex, come back to my house, do another meals and rest. So when I go to Brazil, I have to do more things, So I think this make difference, and of course, training with Flex is different than training with other guys. I have good guys to train in Brazil too, but Flex is train hard, he's strong, he knows how he can push me. So I think this make difference too.
Yeah, and I mean he's a 7-time Olympia champion, so I think that says it all. He's won the Olympia 7 times.
7 times.
So tell me this, Brazil, when you first started competing, I remember we had Eduardo Correa was one of the best 212s. We had Angelica Teixeira was Ms. Olympia, but these past few years since you turned pro, Brazil has been putting out a lot of really great champions. You came out of there, Natalia Coelho. We have all the bikini girls like Isa Piccini and Attila, all the wellness girls, so many great champions from Brazil. Was competing and fitness always very popular in Brazil, or is it just getting a lot more popular these past few years?
I think it got more popular since 2008, because in 2017, you remember the IFBB and the NPC split.
Yeah.
So we had just IFBB there. It was hard to athletes turn pro before, They had to do like national, make like 2 nationals, go to the South America, go to the World Championship, and then, So in 2018, Tamer and Tarek bring the muscle contest and the NPC to Brazil. So this make a big difference in Brazil, So since 2018, every year Brazil have making professional bodybuilding in Brazil. You have a chance to turn pro in Brazil.
Right.
We didn't have this before. So I think this make the athletes think about, now I can be a professional bodybuilder. I can live like a bodybuilder. So I think this is one of the points that make a big difference in the fitness in Brazil. And now it's very popular. We have a lot of athletes going to Mr. Olympia. We have athletes in all divisions, all categories. Bikini, wellness, open, 212, class physique, men's physique, figure, everything. Yeah. So I truly believe Brazil will gonna, do some good things in bodybuilding. I truly believe.
Yeah, I mean, if you see the score sheets of any contest with all the divisions, they say the country to the name, and you'll see every division there's at least a few Brazils, and 5 years ago, not really. You didn't see too many.
No. Like 5 years ago, I think just like Eduardo in 212, and Angelica was there, Annie Freitas was there, and you know,
and now look who we have.
not too much, and now you have all, you know, a lot of athletes going to Mr. Olympia. So this is amazing.
It is. It's exciting. You know, it's kind of makes me wonder though, how many great athletes from Brazil that we never got to see because they weren't able to turn pro in their country. Maybe they couldn't afford to go to all over the world to compete, you know, like people do now. So, but it's good. Yeah. Better late than never, as we say, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And you know, it seems like the industry there, and it's not just the athletes. You're like supplement industry is huge. Like
it's huge.
People are talking about like how much money you make, how much money Ramondino makes, because in America, most supplement companies don't pay. Maybe you get like a discount code or very, very little amount of money. So the people, it's not that exciting. People don't think, well, I could really make a living. But I think in Brazil, if they see guys with really good contracts, they said, maybe I could do this as a job, and, you know, because otherwise some very talented people might quit because they don't think there's any money in it. So do you see a lot of people in Brazil, great athletes now thinking, Ramon and Rafael do it, maybe I could make a living at this too.
Yeah, a lot of athletes now think about, you know, be professional bodybuilding, and you work just with this, you know. So we have this possibility now in Brazil. That's you know, change the game there. Brazil now, I think, is like when BSN was big here, you know. I remember this time, BSN, Muscle Tech. So it's pretty big now in Brazil. The companies and supplements it's really growing.
You know, we're happy to see it because professional athletes in other sports like, you know, soccer, football, basketball, baseball, they're very well paid because they're the best in the world. You guys are the best in the world. You should be getting paid too. You know, you're professional athletes. It should be, that's how it should be. So I'm glad at least Brazil is taking care of you guys. The companies, like, what's your company?
Darkness.
What is it called?
Darkness. Integral Medical.
Oh, I like that.
Integral Medical and Darkness. Yeah.
Integral Meds and Darkness. I like Darkness. I like that. That's a pretty cool design.
Let's show you.
Very cool. So yeah. Okay, you spend a lot of time in Las Vegas. So do you have a place there? Are you thinking maybe buying a place and spending half your time in Las Vegas, half time in Brazil, maybe?
Yeah. That's the plan for the future. But now when I come here, I going to Airbnb, you know, spend 2-3 months here and then back to Brazil. But you know, my plans have a place here and have a place in Brazil. Then I can go there and go here, you know. So because I want to be here because it's perfect to be here, training with Flex, living bodybuilding 100%. But I have to be in Brazil too, you know, because I have some business there. I have to work to my sponsor. I have to see my friends, to my family, my fans. So yeah. So I want to spend time here doing my prep and then spend time there, you know, doing my job.
So like Brandon Curry, he'll go to Kuwait for the last 12 weeks, 16 weeks before the Olympia. Will you stay in Las Vegas the last 12 or 16 weeks?
Yeah, my plans is coming back like early, you know, to do like my half of season here and start my prep here. So let's see. I want to come like 5 months before the Olympia.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Are you gonna be in Las Vegas for 5 months?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Nice.
That's my plan. Yeah, cool. It'll be great.
Yeah. I mean,
let's see. You know, because sometimes you make a plan and something's going, you know, to other place. But
yeah, of course.
That's the main plan.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be an exciting Olympia with just all the young guys. We have Hunter,
Regan,
Nick Walker, Regan. You guys are all in your 20s still.
The next generation.
Yeah, it is the next generation because we're seeing the guys in their early 40s. It's time to go away. You know, nobody can do this forever. But it's great that we do have all this young talent like you and these other. It's exciting for the fans because you know, we're getting a lot more young fans now because of you and these other guys your age too, because I've talked to Nick and Hunter and these other guys, and I want to ask you the same thing. Do you think the young guys are able to, I don't know, relate better to you because you're closer to their age than they might be some guy who's like 36, 42 years old?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because it's, I can say what I see in Brazil. In Brazil before, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you didn't see like young guys like 14, 15, 14 years old, 15 years old, wanted to be a bodybuilder. They want to be like soccer player because soccer, football was super high in Brazil.
Yeah.
But now I can see a lot of young guys wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Wow.
So that's now you can see like bodybuilding is growing because these young guys want to be a bodybuilder. So I think this is because we do a lot of content to YouTube. So we show how professional bodybuilding can live now,
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
that's
I bet,
good.
you make these appearances all over Brazil. Do you get a lot of young guys coming up to you and saying,
Yeah,
Rafael, I started bodybuilding because of you?
yeah,
Wow.
that's the best energy I can feel. People who come to see you and say, "Hey, you changed my life. I watch your video. I was in deep depression, but I start to see your video, and I'm I'm happy now. I'm doing my training. I'm doing diet. So that's is bodybuilding. It's not just about competition. It's about changing lives.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
competition's a paycheck. You're going to spend that money. It's a
yeah,
trophy. You're going to put on. But to say that, wow, this kid was depressed, or this guy was 100 pounds overweight, and he saw my video, he saw my pictures online, he saw my Instagram, and he's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I'm gonna start exercising tomorrow and getting
yeah.
healthy and strong. It's pretty
This is
cool.
my goal because bodybuilding changed my life.
Hmm.
When I was young, like 14, 15, I started drink beers and whiskey when I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
So I started smoke cigarette. So it's like normal guy. But when I start do bodybuilding, everything changed. So I start to be with my family more. I start expanding my money with food. I start help my parents in home.
Hmm.
So I got married when I was 22 years old. So this make a big difference in my life,
Wow.
you know. So I want to show to these young guys what bodybuilding can do for his life, for their lives.
Yeah.
What bodybuilding did for my life. It
What inspired
changed everything.
what inspired you back then when you were when you started bodybuilding? Was it a video? Was it a magazine? Was it somebody you saw?
Yeah, I started training when I was 14 years old because I was skinny guy like this.
Okay.
Just the nose, I had just nose.
Oh, man.
And when I was 19 years old, I started to watch a video from a guy from Brazil. He's my friend now, Felipe Franco. I think you know
Oh
him.
yeah, Felipe. Yep.
And yeah, I say, yeah, I like this. I like to train. I like to eat. And maybe I can be a men's physique guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, my first idea was compete on men's physique.
Wow.
And then I went to my first coach, and when he said my legs, he said to me, "Hey, you have to put these legs
Yeah.
to the game. So you have to be a bodybuilder." I
Yeah.
say, "Yeah, let's do this."
Wow.
And then yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, were legs like the first thing that really got responded? Because I remembered San Marino, you look great overall, but I remember your legs being people were all talking about your legs. Giles was at
Yeah,
that, he was at that show. They said, this kid, man, he just needs to bring up the upper body a little bit to match. And has that been your goal these past few years, just balancing everything out? Because you already have such great shape and structure.
yeah, but I trained legs like 3 times a week before,
Oh,
so that's why my legs was bigger than my upper body.
Yeah, wow, 3 times a week.
Yeah, some championships when I was amateur, I didn't train legs. Like 3-4 months, don't train legs.
Yeah,
Just doing stairs and training upper body
yeah,
because my leg was too big to my upper body, you know.
yeah. So did they get it? Did they shrink in those 3 months? I'm just curious. Did your legs stay exactly the same size?
Now it's bigger now.
No, when you didn't train them for 3 months, did they get any smaller or no?
Yeah, no. The same size.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah, the same size with deep separation, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, these past couple of years, as you've been growing and getting better and better, what's been the focus? Like when Flex looks at your physique, what does he say what does he think you need more of or less of, or what improvements?
Well, I have to, you know, grow.
Mm,
That's I need to do, you know.
yeah.
I need to grow everything. I don't have like, oh, I need to put size just here. Oh,
Yeah.
just here. No, I have to grow general.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't I don't want to put like too much size in short period, you know.
Right.
I want to do this slow because this this is what keep my weight, you know.
Yeah.
2-3 pounds a year, you know, this good.
Yeah, very much so. I'm curious, do you know how small your waist gets in contest day?
I don't know. Like I don't know, but
Okay. Do you know it in
but
centimeters? No?
yeah, centimeters like. Lucas, você sabe quanto minha cintura tem? Uns 79 por aí? Era isso?
Do the math.
I think 9 centimeters.
79?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. We get 31 inches. Yes, you win. That's
Yeah.
250 pounds with a 31-inch waist. That's pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty damn great. It doesn't look like it gets a whole lot bigger in the off season. You keep good condition all year, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you said you only get up 289 is as high as you ever let yourself get.
Yeah.
That's still I've seen pictures of you at that weight and you're not fat. You still have a very small waist compared to, everything else. So yeah. So, the Olympia is very far away, I know. So we're still talking about the Arnold Brazil. Say you win that, take a little break. How excited will you be to finally get in the Olympia stage? Because you've been a pro for a few years now. I'm sure you've been waiting to get to the Olympia.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to keep my mind in Arnold Classic Brazil before, but always I think about Olympia.
Yeah.
Because my first time there, and my wife is you try to get the qualification to.
Oh.
She's wellness pro.
Oh, really? What's her name?
Karen
Brandao?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
I know a Brazilian woman around this area that was at my gym, and her name was Karen Brandao. So, I think there's a lot of Brandaos, I think, in Brazil. So wow.
She's the first round she turned pro. She turned pro in 2020. And yeah, and she come back to compete this year. And I know she will qualify to the Olympia, and we're gonna compete together in the Mr. Olympia. So it's
very exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So
did you
I'm trying to keep.
I'm sorry. Did you say she was the first wellness pro?
Yeah, she's the first one to turn pro.
Wow.
She was the first one to turn pro. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
The first championship was Mr. Olympia Amateur in Colombia.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, 2020. The first championship to.
Well, that's right. It was in Medellin.
Yeah, Medellin.
Yeah, because Kit Sanders, MD Latino, was down there that year. Now I remember. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that was Karen Brandao was related to you. That's your wife.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my wife. Wow. Thank you. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to this year, to Mr. Olympia, because we was dream with this, long time ago. So this is dream come true.
Well, there's a lot of fans. They want you on that Olympia stage. They've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I used to think the Middle Eastern fans were the best fans, but now I think Brazilian fans are the best fans, because I'm at these shows, Arnold, Olympia, they come all the way up. They fly all the way up from Sao Paulo, from Rio, from all over. And they're so loud, so happy to be there to support their athletes. You know, it's exciting. I'd be very proud if I was a Brazilian to have fans like that.
Yeah, this is why I compete in Brazil. You know, I have to compete there for these people. You know, it's not just for me; it's for these people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Well, Rafael, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm excited to see your progress. You're getting better and better. You are one of my favorite physiques. I love the shape, the classic look with the open bodybuilding size. It's an exciting time for bodybuilding, and you're one reason why. So
thank you. I have to say thank you for you, you know, because I'm always watching your videos, and be here for me, it's a big pleasure. So thank you so much. I hope you understand my English. It's getting better. It's getting better.
It's better than I can't believe how good it got in just 2 years. It's crazy. Yeah. I remember you literally knew like 5 words of English 2 years ago.
Yeah, I put everything to learning English too, you know, because I want to show the people who is the Rafael, not just Rafael on stage, you know, Rafael like married, like son, like person, you know.
Right.
So yeah, that's amazing. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, everybody. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bells, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching the Ronline Report with this man, Rafael Brandao. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much, guys.